everyone, it's Jen. So, in today's video, I am going to be talking to you guys about how to get over a cold or sickness fast, ASAP, because no one likes to be sick. As you all know, it is the holiday season, and although it may be the greatest time of year, it's not the greatest time of year when you're sick, because the greatest time of year is also the sickest time of year. And I don't mean awesome, like sick, like sick, like... Mostly because everybody's out shopping at the mall, getting gifts for their family. All these germs and bacteria are being spread everywhere, so it's really easy to get sick. I myself am currently getting over a cold that I had last week. My boyfriend is as well. A lot of my friends, a lot of people are posting on Snapchat and Instagram like, oh, I hate being sick. I'm like, everyone is sick this time of year. So if you are one of those people, I got a video for you today. For me personally, when I get sick, usually a cold, it lasts around 2 weeks, which is a pretty long time and a pretty miserable time. But I've tried out different techniques and different things just to help maybe get over my cold faster, and these are actually what helped me. And by doing all these things, I went from having a cold for 2 weeks to less than a week. And again, it's different for everyone. Like with my boyfriend, for example, he was only sick for 3 days and I was sick for 2 weeks. So it's different for everyone. Not guaranteeing this is gonna work for you, but if you're the kind of person who has a cold that lasts a long time, trying out these things might actually work. So let's get right into it. Number 1, gargle warm salt water. This is something that is very common. I'm sure a lot of you know about it. Having a sore throat is usually the first sign that you are getting a cold. If you feel your throat start to tingle, or you wake up in the morning and you notice that your throat is a little sore, this is the time to gargle salt water ASAP. Throat sprays out there for a sore throat, but I personally think that they're disgusting and I just don't like taking it. So gargling salt water is a great natural remedy to help not only soothe the sore throat, but actually prevent the cold from getting worse. The reason why your throat hurts is because your glands are starting to swell up with the white cells that are trying to fight off that bacteria. So your throat is swelling, and basically what salt water does is it eases that swelling that is going on in your throat, and it also helps to loosen the mucus. Like I said before, gargling salt water can also prevent the sickness from getting worse. There was actually one time, it never happened to me again, but this one lucky time, I woke up in the morning, my throat was feeling a little weird, a little tingly, so I immediately went to go get salt water, warm salt water. I started gargling it. I gargled it the entire day, and the next day I felt completely back to normal. My cold never happened. It was a miracle. Not guaranteeing this is gonna work for you, but it can definitely help prevent the cold from getting worse. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take salt and stir about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon into a cup of warm water until it's completely dissolved, and you're gonna wanna gargle it a few times a day. Now remember, you want warm water, lukewarm water, not hot water, because hot water will end up irritating your throat even more. The next thing you can do, and this is my favorite thing to do when I am sick, is to take a hot shower or bath. For me, whenever I take a hot shower or a bath especially, just feeling the steam enter my lungs and clear out my sinuses, it's the best feeling in the world. I get out of the shower, I can finally breathe again for the little while until it comes back. Basically what the steam does is it moistens your scratchy throat and your nose, and it also helps loosen congestion. The heat can also relax aching muscles, because usually when you're sick, especially if you have the flu or something, your body tends to ache a little bit, so that'll definitely relax the aching in your muscles, and it essentially helps you sweat out the infection. But overall, it just feels really nice. So that's a really good thing to do every single day. Take a hot bath or a shower. I personally prefer a shower, but if baths are your thing, then go for it. Number 3, now this is something that not a lot of people are gonna wanna do because it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it is to flush out your sinuses using a nettle pot. If you don't know what a nettle pot is, it's basically this little teapot looking contraption that you fill up with warm water. It also comes with salt packets, and you're also supposed to put salt in it, and you basically take the tube or like the trunk or nose of the nettle pot and you put it up one nostril, and then you just let the water seep out through the other nostril. So it's essentially going up this nostril and coming out the other nostril. It sounds really uncomfortable, and it kind of is. It kind of feels like it just gives you the sensation that water is going up your nose. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a great feeling, but afterwards you completely flushed out your sinuses and you can breathe better again, and it really pays off eventually. This is a really important one, is to drink lots of fluids, and by fluids I mean water. Drinking lots of water is super important. It'll help flush out any infection in your body. Or if you're not really a big water drinker, you want to switch it up a bit, what I like to do is I like to drink tea, especially green tea. It's really, really good for your body in general. Being sick makes you really, really dehydrated, and being dehydrated can cause headaches and fatigue, which are two major symptoms of being sick. So you want to make sure that you're hydrated all the time to help prevent headaches and fatigue. So always make sure to keep a bottle of water with you or any drink of your choice, but try to stay away from sodas, caffeinated drinks like coffee and alcohol, because all those can actually dry you out even more and make you more dehydrated. This next one is also something that I really love to do when I'm sick, is to eat soup. Soup for everyone. Research has actually shown that eating soup can help calm inflammation in your body. It can also soothe any aches or pains in your body as well, and loosen mucus. For me personally, I've also noticed that eating soup or drinking soup, do you eat or drink soup? Like, what's the right term? It's technically a liquid, but sometimes there's food in it. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna say eat soup. For me, when I eat soup personally, it also helps get rid of my congestion. Maybe it's the steam from the soup, like I said with the shower, I have no idea, but I know that it helps me with my congestion a lot. What's even better is that the liquid in soup and the calories in the soup actually give your body more energy to eventually fight off the infection. So get a can, a cup of noodle soup. I personally love to eat tomato soup. It's my favorite soup in the world. Any soup that tickles your fancy. Do people say that anymore? I don't know. Then go for it. Next one is pretty obvious, pretty simple to do. Take some Advil. Advil is actually the #1 over-the-counter medicine. Usually they'll tell you how much to take on the back of it, but I think you're supposed to take 2 Advils for your first dosage, and then every 6 hours you take 1. Just 1. So go to your local drugstore, buy yourself some Advil if you don't already have some in your house, and take it because it will really help. If you have a flu, it'll help reduce your fever, and if you have a cold, it will help ease the symptoms as well. Now, this next one is mostly if you struggle with sleeping at night because of your sickness, or if you're someone that coughs a lot, is to take Dayquil or NyQuil. Like I said, this is mostly if you're suffering from coughing a lot. I know that usually towards the end of a sickness, you cough a lot because your body's trying to get rid of the mucus that is built up in your body from the infection. So Dayquil and NyQuil is really good to take. It lasts up to 8 hours. Whenever I take NyQuil, I sleep like a baby. Well, not a baby, but like a puppy. Puppies sleep a lot, right? I sleep like a puppy. And because it makes you drowsy, you don't want to take it during the day. So that's why they created Dayquil. So you could take Dayquil or NyQuil or both. That's usually what I do. Now, not everybody likes to take medicine. There are some people who prefer the more natural remedy, and I totally understand that. It is a lot healthier for your body. So if you're not the kind of person who wants to take Advil or Dayquil or NyQuil or any over-the-counter medicine, vitamin C supplements are a really good natural way to help not only get rid of a cold, but actually prevent it. Usually people who tend to get sick more often are the ones who have weaker immune systems, and the people who have weaker immune systems are probably because they don't have enough vitamin C in their body. So vitamin C is really, really great for strengthening the immune system, helps you get rid of that cold a lot faster, or any sickness that you have. Or if you see someone around you who is sick, usually for me, if I have a friend or a family member that's sick and I'm around them a lot, I will immediately start taking vitamin C supplements. You can also take Emergen-C, which is like that powder that you put in a drink and you just chug it down. Some people prefer doing it that way. I'll do both, whatever I'm feeling that day. But I will start to take it as soon as I see someone around me sick, so I don't also get sick. And last but not least, this is also a very important one, is to get as much rest and sleep as possible. When you're sick, your body is working really, really hard to fight off that infection, and it needs as much energy as possible. And the only way to build up that energy is to get rest and to sleep. I know it's really hard to sleep when you're sick because you just don't feel good and it's hard to fall asleep, but that is what NyQuil is for, my friend. So whatever you're doing, try not to do anything too active. Don't do any sports, don't work out, don't go to school, don't go to work. As much as some people really feel that they need to go to school, like I have a big test today, or they need to go to work because, you gotta go to work, just don't do it. You really do need to rest in order to help feel better faster and let your body fight off that infection for you, so you don't have to do it yourself. If you don't rest or get enough sleep, you're actually making your immune system weaker, which will take your body even longer to fight off that infection. So if you want it to be over with fast, just get rest. It's really not that hard to do. Everyone loves to sleep and stay in bed all day. Just do it. All Alright, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that helped you out a lot if you're sick or trying to get over a cold, or you think you might be starting to get sick. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Click the little circle icon right here to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all my social media down below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!